What a wonderful view of the lights of Miami here on a gorgeous night in South Florida. Hello and welcome, everyone. It's the final day of the NBA preseason. We're closing in on opening day right around the corner. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, James Harden is both famous and infamous with his skill at getting to the foul line. Some don't like it, but Harden says free throws are a part of basketball. Either you're going to foul me or I'm going to score. Putting the pressure on the defense like that is tough, but that's what makes a good player. Kevin, no lies told there.
Well, no doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. The forwards are Gordon and Tucker. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. And for Miami, in the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. At the 2 and the 3, it's Butler and Winslow. And it's Dragic in at the point. When you were prepping for a new year, Chris, I'm sure you had some things that were important for you leading up to the season, your workout routine and how you got ready.
Yeah, you know, conditioning, those type of things, those are things you're going to do anyway. You're going to stay in shape. But for me, what was most important was coming back with a new aspect of my game each year. So to come back with a better jump shot or a better jump hook or different moves off the dribble, because the scouting report, they're in and they hone in on you. They know your game, and so you have to add something to it to throw the defense, to throw the scouts off. And so to me, it was always coming back with a new offensive type of move so that I could keep on forcing the defense to pay attention to me. That way I could be a better passer as well.
Staying one step ahead. Good point.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
And he can't get the first one. Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
And he sinks the second.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
Now here's Gordon. Westbrook wide open. He fires. Drops in the tray. Westbrook's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
No good from Dragic. On offense, here are the Rockets. 4-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
I mean, they were their worst own enemy in that game. I mean, they kept on shooting themselves in the foot.
It's Butler that time on the assist by Winslow.
These type of buckets fuel Butler. He welcomes the challenge of outworking the defense.
Here's Westbrook. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Westbrook's got 7 points.
A nice start for them offensively. 3 of 4 to kick things off.
Here's Dragic. And Capella sends it back.
An elite shot blocker in this game. Capella's athleticism and length allows him to stifle shooters.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. 10 points for him.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Dragic. Pass to Olynyk. Now Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. Now Winslow. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And the cold start gets a little colder. Just 1 for 4 to start the game.
And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Olynyk the pass to Dragic. Butler with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. There's Winslow. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
The main strength of Capella's offensive game, I mean, he uses his athleticism to power home these alley-oops.
Dragic the pass to Butler. Back to Dragic, looking to end the run. Cans it from downtown.
Well, I think Jimmy Buckets has underrated vision. He's more than capable of spotting open teammates and distributing accordingly.
Harden outside. Pass to Gordon. Lets it go from deep. Drains the three-pointer.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Preseason game with Houston, getting a good look at the Rockets.
Yeah, a good matchup. These are two teams that played each other to a draw in the regular season last year.
And a new group in for the Heat. Leonard, he's checked in for Adebayo. Johnson comes in for Kelly Olynyk. Jones checked in for Winslow. And Hero subbed in for Butler. The Rockets also changing it up. Daniel House comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Hero no good. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. Here's Gordon. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Gordon's got 5.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Outside Dragic. Over Rivers. No good from Dragic.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Harden gets the bucket.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
The Heat trail by 13.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with Houston.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine for this team for the next handful of years, and that is exactly what they need.
The first one falls. Well, Chris, as we know, the season began a year ago for Eric Gordon with some poor shooting numbers. Then, halfway through, he blossomed.
Yeah, Kevin, and as you know, he kept focusing all year. He just kept shooting. And he got better and better and better. His confidence wasn't shaken by it. He still took a ton of threes, and then down the stretch, they started dropping. And you know what he did when that started happening? Drive into the hole because the defense had to respect his shot.
Now, here's Waiters. Will it go? Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. It's Rivers on the wing. It's not going to go for him. Johnson with the defensive effort. Waiters finds Johnson. And Capella sends it back. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Gordon with it. Jones covering. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, you got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
Waiters with the ball. From deep. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Rockets lead by 16. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well, possesses a unique individuality.
I worked extremely hard to get where I am today.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
And welcome back as our coverage continues of the NBA preseason. In quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
And so in the game for the Rockets, Green is out there with Austin Rivers. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Gordon. And it's House in at the four-man position. Now here's Johnson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing the title to cement his legacy.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Well, Greg, their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of his 7 seconds or less era. I mean, his imprint is all over the NBA.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And thinking back to when Gerald Green first came into the league, oozing with athleticism, but really not much else, now he's a completely different and better player than when he first arrived.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Myers-Leonard. Olynyk comes in for Johnson. Butler, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And it's Justin Winslow in for Hero.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
And as amazing as Green was in his dunking as a younger player, he needed to grow as a player.
And the time he spent overseas, I think, really helped with his development and confidence. Came back to the NBA, and really since his return has been a great weapon off the bench for whichever team he's suited up for.
The Heat trail by 20. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several All-Star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Houston leading by 20. And here's Westbrook. Outside, Green. There's the three. Rebound by Olynyk. Outside, Butler. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Here's Adebayo. He can't get that one. And Houston the other way now. And the pass to Westbrook. Over Butler. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Rivers. 12 points for Russell Westbrook.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Outside Butler. From outside the arc, Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Last game for the Heat, they picked up the win against the Magic in Orlando.
Kevin, it was an up-and-down season for the Rockets last year. I mean, they started out very slow, and then because of injury, but it took them a while to get into the playoff picture. But how about this? They won their division, but only nabbed the 4th seed in the playoffs. Now, this game would have a different look if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, 100% from the field for him.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Winslow against Green. Chalk up 2 there. Winslow's got 4 points in the quarter. And Chris, last year being the 4th seed in the postseason was trouble for the Rockets.
Yeah, it was, especially, Kevin, when you have to face the Warriors in the second round. They got bounced out in Game 6 despite the Warriors losing Durant. The slow start in the regular season, I think, played a big factor.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Chris, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys, and so you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it. Get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at
Whoa!
Goodness. Now, come on.
Woo! Wow.
And the massive wingspan of Capella, I mean, excels at using it to gobble up misses at a high rate.
Now here's Dragic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Clint Capella. The Heat shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Free throw drops for Goran Dragic.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA, I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Johnson comes in for Olynyk. Jones checked in for Justice Winslow. And Hero subbed in for Butler. The shot's good from Westbrook.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Dragic against Gordon. Dragic against the bucket.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. 19 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside Westbrook. Second chance shot, and Capella with a nice bucket inside. Capella's got 6.
Terrific at catching in there at the basket. I mean, his hands are great. Capella uses that size to his advantage.
Dragic taking his time here. Jones for 3, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Houston Rockets holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident?
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to this preseason edition of the... There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He ended up with 17 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. He's clearly shaking. And that's going to do it for us here.
Thanks again for tuning in as we get going once again with our coverage of the NBA preseason. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
Oh, man, what a tremendous first half. Okay, obviously he's feeling the flow, and he's looking to keep it going.
The backcourt, Dragic and Butler. In the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. And it's Winslow in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Just 5 to shoot. Rebounded by Tucker.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
And last year, a bit of a pivot for Justice Winslow in terms of his game. Found one of the better ways he could contribute to the team is through his developing playmaking skills.
Dragic kicks to Winslow. Passes it to Olynyk. Over Gordon. Olynyk can't hit. And for Winslow, he filled in at the point when Dragic was injured last season.
And Winslow looked really comfortable in that playmaking role. We know he struggled with his shooting, but when he can contribute with his passing, it adds another layer to his game.
There's the double team with Westbrook. Winslow wide open. He fires. The Heat rebound. Butler from outside. It's good from long range. Butler's got 5.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
To the inside. And the dunk by Capella.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Westbrook against Dragic. Over Westbrook. There's Winslow. It's good. He has 6.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
Westbrook against Dragic. The quick look, no good that time.
Yeah, that was a $1 million crossover to free him up, but that finish, I'd give him 50 cents.
A Butler can get up. I mean, people take his hops for granted. That's the easy flush.
And here's Harden for 3. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Butler. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Capella's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Westbrook passes to Harden. Kicks to Capella. Pass to Tucker. Here is Harden. 6 on the shot clock. They get it again. Now Westbrook. Pass to Harden. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by the Heat.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Most teams now look to run early and often, Chris. And there are some keys to finding success, aren't there, in the transition game?
Yeah, and the first key is you run fast and you speed up the pace, but that doesn't mean you hurry and take a hurried shot. Pacing and speed is all about getting it past half court to see if the defense is set, and if they're not, to take advantage. But it's a 2-step process. And for teams to just run all crazy or willy-nilly like my grandfather used to say, well, you're not going to do anything but play fast and bad.
A different look for Miami. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Adebayo. Waiters comes in for Justice Winslow. And Hero subbed in for Jimmy Butler. Daniel House is checked in for the Rockets. Austin Rivers comes in for Russell Westbrook. The pass to Rivers. Right block shot. Great D that time from Leonard.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Waiters gets a wide open look and another shot in deep. Leonard drops it in.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Dragic against Rivers. He kicks to Harden. Another miss by Houston.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Well, with his face-up game, Myers Leonard comfortable playing at power forward or center.
Yeah, Kevin, but if you look at the muscle he's added, he sure looks like a pivot. I mean, 7'1", solid, 260. The hammer. Well, that's at least what he calls himself. He's ready to bang.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Johnson, he's checked in for Kelly Olynyk, and it's Derek Jones in for Goran Dragic. Harden the pass to Rivers. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
It comes as no surprise that Capella makes that kind of tough finish. He's got a lot of strength and a lot of determination.
Waiters passes to Hero. The dish to Johnson. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Clint Capella, last season he played outstanding. Second in field goal percentage, fifth in rebounding, and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And you pointed out his ranking as the second best shooter in the league last season. I think with a little extra work, he could become #1 this time around. Timeout called, the Rockets. PJ Tucker, he's checked in for Danuel House. Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. James Harden, #1.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon. And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
Stay on him.
Tucker dishes to Harden. Looking to get it going, and the jam by Harden.
Really like seeing Harden take it strong inside. So crafty in how he finishes near the bucket.
Here's Hero. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. He dishes it to Jones. Pass to Waiters. Over Harden. Waiters finds Jones. That one falls.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Kicks it out to Harden. Kept alive. Capella. And the rejection by Leonard. Yes, that goes in. Capella's got 12.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Waiters against Harden. Waiters with the ball. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Houston controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll return shortly. Thanks for being with us as we get going here once again. A preview of the upcoming NBA season ahead. Here's Rivers. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Houston, Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's Rivers in at the point guard. Offensive rebound. Capella makes it off the glass.
You got to be more forceful than that when guarding Capella. I mean, he fends off defenders with such ease.
Hero passes to Leonard. Dishes to Winslow. Pass to Hero. And here is Johnson. He's guarded by Rivers. Shot clock at 5. Here's Hero. His three-pointers off the mark. Rockets leading by 22. On the wing, Gordon. Here's Rivers. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. Rivers has got his first basket of the night. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now here's Winslow, guarded by Tucker. Here's Hero. Nailed from three-point land. Hero's got himself on the board with 3 there.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
A nice shot by Rivers.
You see the quickness from Rivers right there. He's good at probing inside when he gets a chance.
Now a timeout called by Miami. The league has cracked down C-Webb on flagrants. Players Players leaving the bench. Do you think we need to be as strict about it as we've been?
Oh, I love the attention to detail the league has given on flagrants. So you don't want the flagrants of the past. My friend Kevin McHale, he says Rambis just ran into his elbow. That wasn't even a flagrant foul on that play, if anybody remembers that old play that I'm talking about back in the Celtics-Laker days. But how about today? My thing, Kevin, is just don't call it ticky-tack a flagrant. I think we all know what a flagrant is. Let's keep the new flagrants as flagrants and no flopping. If you flop, no flagrants. Games are too important. You don't want that flagrant 1, flagrant 2, a shot and the ball. It can change the momentum of the game. I think the league and the refs are doing a great job. Let's just not let those ones that aren't flagrant sneak in there because of flopping.
And, Chris, what about players leaving the bench when there's something going on?
Well, tell you what, the league has always been great about that. And now what's funny is if you watch the games, there's an assistant coach that is designated just when he sees a scuffle on the floor. His only job is to run to the end of the bench and stand at the line with his arms out so no player can cross him. So not only is the league taking steps, not only are players mindful of it, but now you have an assistant coach. His only job is to stand up there and to be an obstacle so that no players can step that foot across the line. It changes series. It causes big fights. It puts fans in harm's way. We just don't need it.
From deep, Harden. But they get it back.
Well, that's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Gordon against Winslow. Here's Butler. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Capella's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Well, their pass is to Dragic. Butler feeling out a bit. And here's Winslow. Miami needs to get a shot off. Olynyk trying to break loose. Again, the miss by the Heat. Olynyk with the steal. Adebayo kicks to Butler. Now here's Winslow. Out left to the wing. Here's Dragic from outside. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now Westbrook. On the wing, Gordon. Olynyk is covering. Gordon the pass to Westbrook. Tucker with the ball. They get it back. Goes back up. Got a hand on it.
Oh, he's the rare player with a shorter arm span than his height. I mean, Olynyk is still going to get his share of blocks.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And it's Harden with the ball for the Rockets. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. And there's a minute 45 left in the 4th quarter.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
1:35 left in the 4th quarter. To the paint. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got 4 points in the quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Rockets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Clint Capella.
Oh, he was a scary man at the defensive end with all those blocks. Even the shots he didn't get a hand on, he affected. He forced a lot of misses out there tonight.
Outside Westbrook. Shoots over Dragic. Here's Tucker. It's deflected. Winslow against Gordon. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Winslow.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they wanted.
Looking to end his cold spell, and Harden lays it in. And the Rockets lead by 18.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
Butler kicks to Dragic. Again, Dragic missing. Here is Harden. So we see Houston taking the W here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, James. Congrats on the win. Looked like you guys really had a lot of confidence and really had a lot of flow offensively.
Yeah, we just tried to move the ball and make the game easy tonight. We did a great job of actually just, guys getting shots, easy shots, and our defense really stepped up.
Yeah, great team performance all around, James. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that concludes this NBA preseason matchup. For Chris Webber, Greg